Seriously though, what has happened to Pixelgun 3D? Now don't get me wrong, I've done my fair share of complaining about this game this year. I know it's currently trendy on YouTube to make negative videos, talk about the downfall of Pixelgun 3D. You get these YouTubers popping up every now and then, don't typically play the game, but want to get themselves a couple of views and subs. Well, I want to talk about this as a player who has pretty much played this every single day from 2016/17. Now, today, I want to talk about Halloween, and specifically the Traders vans, and just how sad it is to see that this game, in my opinion, in the next 1 to 3 years, won't even be here. Now, don't get me wrong. Credit to the developers. One of the biggest problems we had with this game was the whole pay-to-win mechanics. It was even more exposed when the game was released on PC, because there was literally no way to get gems, coins, and keys the same way you could do it on a phone by watching adverts. Over the last couple of months, they have started to introduce these so-called free-to-play events. I kind of like them. They're all free-to-play, but if you wanted a little bit of a boost to get this done a little bit faster, you could purchase this. It was an alternative method, and I kind of like the way they did this. It just means all players could get involved. Now, I don't know about you, but every other video game that I am playing right now is in the full swing of Halloween. Now, Pixelgun are doing their fair share, but something very big in Pixelgun 3D is their Traders vans. Now, I was honestly hoping and hyping that we would get a really good build-up of Traders vans this week. Actually, I was hoping it was going to start last week. Can I show you what we've been given for the next, what we've been given for 6 days in total? This is what we were given. Now, I wouldn't complain as much if Pixelgun 3D didn't have like 100 or 150 Halloween-styled weapons that they could have put inside of here. This is what they gave us. Now, in 4 days' time, when it is actually Halloween, I'm hoping and praying we're going to have some kind of Traders vans. But the problem is, at that point onwards, Halloween is over. People aren't going to care. The last couple of Traders vans should have been huge for Pixelgun 3D. And I just want to do a little bit of a comparison in case people say, oh, he's just nitpicking at it. Maybe I am nitpicking, but over the last 4 or 5 years, Halloween has been pretty big for Pixelgun 3D. So I went on YouTube and searched Pixelgun 3D Halloween Traders vans. There was some incredible stuff over the past 1, 2, or 3 years. That has not happened this year. We used to get really cool Halloween pumpkin skin for the Ultimatum. We used to have really cool Halloween styled weapons. This one in particular was absolutely insane. This one included so many things. It was the weapon and a skin, and the prices were absolutely amazing. And it just really saddened me. I'm at a point where I've taken a little bit of a step back from complaining about Pixelgun 3D. And as a content creator, this game financially doesn't do anything for me. The developers don't support me on the web store, regardless of me asking countlessly to introduce these special deals to the web store. They did at the start, but as you guys know, Pixelgun 3D have a habit of introducing things and then forgetting about them. I did the exact same thing on YouTube, searched for my old Pixelgun Halloween thumbnails, drots other YouTubers. We absolutely loved this kind of content. You guys loved this content. The fact that the developers sitting at the tippity top of the corporate ladder of Pixelgun 3D can't get it into their heads what the community likes is very concerning and worrying for Pixelgun 3D. Because when your community is not happy, that is when you have a very, very big problem. I don't blame the developers that we have contact with every single day via the Discord and socials. I blame the corporate people sitting at the top of this company that's called GDev, formerly known as Nexters, who did purchase Pixelgun 3D as part of a $100 million deal. Those people making these executive decisions who don't even play this game, that is the problem. They are the problem. Did you guys know Why Are You Russian from Discord? Yeah, they sacked him practically. This is because they're going to keep getting rid of employees because they can't afford to pay them because the game doesn't make enough money. They are going to continue to fill these corporate pockets until there's like a handful of developers left or the game disappears. As long as they are at the top of making money, they don't care about anyone else. And that's a really sad thing. A really sad thing to see, especially on a game that I absolutely loved getting on every single day. The exciting things that used to get introduced. And I know they have been really pushing these new events, and I'm grateful for that. But Halloween is a very big time. They are not only missing out on the community staying happy, but they're also missing out on a lot of money. Halloween is a big time. I honestly think the Traders van is way past its time. It's either got to go or they need to completely change it. Also, via the Pixelgun Discord announcements, this is something else that is also a problem. The developers did run a contest where players are obviously going to earn rewards. Now, bear in mind, the Pixelgun Discord has thousands and thousands of players. If you click on this, don't get me wrong, some of the designs that have been added in here are insane, but like, this is all we have on their Discord. This is the only things that have been submitted on their Discord and nothing else. That is it. That is all we have. I have so many of you in the comment section saying, hey, Echo, what happened to the creator picks on the official Pixelgun web store? I have asked and asked and asked the developers every single week to update the web store. Nothing changes. Nothing changes. They don't introduce the new passes in here. They don't introduce new deals in here. This was a really good way to support their creators like me, Mint, Drot, etc. It's dead. It is a dead part of Pixelgun 3D, and we're seeing a repeat pattern here. Everything seems to be completely dead. They're so focused on trying to do new things that they forget about the pre-existing things. And yeah, so guys, I have bugged the developers every single day about this. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk about is typically the modes, right? Like, when was the last time you seen team fight, deathmatch, point capture, flag capture, duels, escort, or team strike evolve? Like, when was the last time it evolved? When was the last time we had a new map? They keep focusing on these new weapons, but like, why haven't we been given new modes? There are so many more things they could do with their game modes, and it's crazy. I've asked for like 2v2s. I've asked for private battle royale games for like 5 years, 6 years, ever since I used to do all my streams. Yeah, we'll put it in the ideas folder. It goes straight in the garbage. So yeah, my frustration is just it's through the roof now. Like, I generally don't care about this game. And one thing I did talk to Mint about is I'm so happy to see we're at a point in Pixelgun 3D where these repetitive updates don't work anymore. We've seen it for a very long time. The people at the tippity top might not have, but they're definitely seeing it now, especially with the player count dwindling away on this game. So yeah, I do have some negative things to say. I do have some positive things to say, like these events. As a free-to-play player, these are great. But this game is never going to go back to what it once was with the current style that they've released their content. And I hope the developers see this. I really do. They might just see that I'm complaining, but I've been playing video games since I was a kid, you know? I know what people want to see. People love Halloween. You go and give us this kind of Traders van? What an absolute mess. I get so many questions saying, hey, Echo, why do you still play this game? Now, honestly, that is a very tough question for me to answer because I generally don't even know why. I feel like you guys are very similar to me, especially if you stuck around for a very long time. It's more so like a sentimental thing. You just have an attachment to this game. You've seen it in its lowest. You've seen it in its highest. And maybe that's the reason why for me. because financially, I don't need this game. If anything, this game needs me and its other creators. Because once we're gone, this game is going to hit even more to a rock bottom. I kind of warned this would happen at the start of the year. I said it wouldn't be a good time. The fact that they don't want to disable crossplay on PC, and they can't practically, because if they do, the PC version dies. They don't want to see that happen. Sends them into a bug. You just try to steal my kill, bro. I don't think so. So I think Pixel are at a crossroads at the moment with their game. How do they resolve this? I'd love to be a fly on the wall in their meetings. See where this game goes. Because I don't see it going anywhere other than down. But, yeah. I really do hope we get a Traders van in a couple of days' time. I don't think it'll be anything spectacular. We used to get, like, really cool Ultimatum returning with the pumpkin skins. Has the Ultimatum returned this year? I'm not sure if it has. Maybe the beginning of the year. Probably about it. And that thing is a beast, isn't it? I need to get that on my free-to-play account, I think. Such a good weapon to have. The one there. Got a kill there. Ooh, soul. Soul angler kill. So I wouldn't recommend any of these. Do not waste your gems on these weapons, guys. Whatsoever. They are terrible. They are garbage. But yeah, I feel like I needed to make today's video because I don't know, guys. Let's see if we do get a Traders van that's pretty good in a couple of days.